Hey everyone, my name is Chris from Meeple Overboard, and today I'm doing a solitaire playthrough of Pocket Mars. This game is actually getting a reprint, a better US distribution from Gray Fox Games, so look out for that at the end of 2018. This is a 1 to 4 player game. The box actually originally says 2 to 4 players, but there was a solo variant made for it, and in the new Gray Fox edition that's going to be built right into the manual. So, the game, generally speaking, has a few things, right? As I will be playing the green human player, and I'll be playing against the computer player represented by the yellow cubes. I'm going to try and colonize Mars in these mostly these 4 different areas as best I can to try and get more victory points before either one of us ends up running out of cubes put out there, or before the deck runs out. So this is the draw deck. We'll have a discard pile. This is my hand of cards. You have a hand of 2 cards, and you have a prep module of 2 cards as well, and you'll notice that the computer player has a prep module of 2 cards, but no hand. And so what I'm going to be doing is I'll be playing cards from hand or from my prep module, activating those, and then the computer player is going to go. This is the little cheat sheet that comes in the original copy of the game. This is the one from the Boards and Dice version, at least. It's still going to be a little bit handy just to kind of guide you through each of the actions. Instead of playing cards, I can always just try and move more of my colonists onto my spaceship or increase my energy here. However, those things will still cost me a card. Without blabbing too much, let's get right into the play of things. So the cards from my hand are playable, and they are playable to use the top half. Right, this is the hand action. Looks just like my hand. So if you play these from hand, you can take these actions, but if you play them from your prep module, instead of activating the top part, you will activate the bottom part. Looking at these cards that were dealt randomly, right? I don't know what these ones are for the computer player. These are the ones dealt randomly for me to play with. I'm going to activate this one first. This is really cool. This is the science symbol, science tag. And so, for my first action, I'm going to play a card from my prep module. So I'll play it face up to the corresponding building, the sciencey looking one, and you do a few things in order. So first, if and only if this value is higher than the previous highest value, first you compare it to the building, but the next one of these I'll compare it to the previous card. So if this is higher, which it is, I get to place one of my colonists from my spaceship onto that building. That's important because this is going to be endgame victory points, and it's also going to trigger the end of the game. So that is the first thing that happens. You compare numbers, big enough. The next thing that you'll do is you'll activate the bottom half of your card. This one says take a cube, take one of my colonists from Earth. This is considered Earth, right? All the ones that aren't on the spaceships. This is Earth and this is Earth. Boom, boom, boom. This one says take a colonist from Earth and put it into my spaceship if I have a science card in my hand, which I do, thankfully. So I'm going to take this colonist, put it right there on Earth. Super useful. So I don't have to spend and waste a whole action just putting this there, right? That's always really nice to be able to do that. And the last thing that happens is you always activate the building's ability. So this one for me states I get to take one of my colonists from Earth and put it into my spaceship. So that's a really great turn because now I've only got 4 colonists left on Earth. I've got 1 out there already. And now in a solo game, the other thing that I'm going to be doing is fulfilling what's called the rule of 4. I have 1 card in my prep module, 2 cards in hand, so I don't have 4 cards. So I'm going to grab either one of these from the DA prep module. One of the unique things about this game is I'm not going to take it from the draw pile. Instead, I'm going to choose this one. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's a crummy level 1. Okay. So anyway, I could play it from hand for that action, or I could put it into my prep module. Ooh, if I play it here, it says if the green building doesn't have any of my cubes, take 2 cubes from Earth. All right. I actually might want to activate that. That's really good. That's really cool because then I'll get all of my dudes out sooner. So I have to choose at this point which one of these three I want to put into my prep module. I think that might be one of the best abilities because I'll lower this number, so hopefully in the future I'll be able to play higher numbers over it. And then when I compare it to these things, I don't have that. I don't have that. Yep, so this is going right there into my prep module. So next round I can either play a card from hand again or from here. Now, the solo rules, which for this previous version I had to print out myself, kind of walks you through what happens next. So what'll happen next in a solo game is there's a system failure phase. So the top 2 cards will get discarded. So those cards are gone from the game, so now I know that there is 1 less green and 1 less yellow. And then what happens is the Android activation phase. If the Android, the computer player, ever has only 1 card remaining, they will take a turn. If they have 2 cards remaining, which there's only a few ways to kind of do that, then they won't take an action. The first thing that they'll do is they'll put one of their colonists onto the corresponding building. So this yellow one is going to go over here. And then they're going to take a special action. And you have to reference, you don't use these actions up here, you have to use a special action which is outlined here in the rules. And so for example, for this building, the energy building, what they're going to do is they're going to increase their energy by 2 steps. So 1, 2, move that up. And that is the only thing that they do. But if ever this goes up too high, then they're going to start discarding cards off the top. So you got to be careful how much you let them do that. Last thing that will happen after they do that is they refill right here. And so now I know, no matter what I do, the computer player is going to be doing this, that same energy action again next turn. So I better try and do something good in the meantime. All right, it's back to my turn. I don't want to play, I don't think either one of these. And so I'm going to look at these ones that I have here in my prep module. If I play this blue one, then I can take the top card from a building of my choice and put it into my hand. That would mean I could, if I wanted to, take this level 5 card back into my hand. And that would mean that I wouldn't even have to activate this. The Android player wouldn't go. I'll show you what I mean. That's in fact what I'm going to do this turn, is I'm going to play this card from my prep module out here. First thing I do is I check, and the number is not higher than the previous number, so I do not get to put one of my colonists into that building. But I'm going to take this bottom action, take the top card from a building of my choice, and put it into my hand. I'm going to take this level 5 back because I know that I can activate it to get that double sweet move that I took the first time again. That's really fortunate. So I put this into my hand, and now, because I have 4 cards in hand at the end, so I do that, and then the last thing, put a card from your hand or prep module onto the bottom of the deck. Uh-oh. Looks like I won't actually get to prevent them from activating. That'd have been really cool though, but unfortunately I have to get rid of one of these cards, and I think I'm going to get rid of... Oh, no, because I need this one in hand if I want to activate this. What was this one again? If the green buildings have... Oh, that's kind of nice. So I have to make a choice here, so I guess I'm going to get rid of this one. Yeah. Discard a blue card from my hand. Yeah, that's fine. I can get rid of this one. It would have been nice to play it here to get a cube on there, but that's why I'm going to put this on the bottom of the deck, which one of the nice things about that is it kind of lengthens the game for me. So, unfortunately, I do end my turn with only 3 cards, and so according to the rule of 4, I'm going to have to grab one of these 2. I'll just take the newer one, just in case, see what it is. Oh, it's a level 3. That's alright, that's no big deal. So what I'm going to do is put this level 5er right here into my prep module so I can play that again next round and take that pretty awesome action. Now, unfortunately, I was hoping I was going to be able to prevent the computer player from taking a turn, so they're going to take one of their colonists and put it here into the yellow building. This is scary because there's a huge bonus for the computer player if they have 4 of their 7 colonists in the same building. So I'm going to definitely try to prevent that from happening if I can. because this is the special action for the energy building, they're going to move up 2 energy. Uh-oh. And the first things first I forgot to do was what's called the glitch. So anyway, you have to take these 2 cards off the top. Now that the computer player has taken its turn completely, this card is going to come off the top and go right there. So now these are the cards that I can choose from when I have to draw for my next action. Oh boy. So I think what I want to do this time is I'm going to play this purple science card back here from my prep module, meaning that I'm going to compare numbers here, and this is a bigger number. Surprise. That was totally part of my plan all along. Ha 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 ha. So that's going to go right there into the purple building, and I get to... so that's for the number comparison. I always get to take this bottom action, take a cube from Earth, take a colonist from Earth if I've got the science tag in my hand, which I do. So that goes right on there. And then lastly, I take the building action to take a cube from Earth. So look at that. I am doing pretty all right. And so now I only have 3 cards. Boy, what is the blue action? Oh, that's right. The blue action is where the computer player discards 2 extra cards. Well, I'm going to take this one because mostly I don't want the computer player to get too many cubes in the same building and get a very large bonus. Hey, look at that. So I could take a cube from Earth if I have another energy card in my hand. So this might be a good system to just get all of my cubes onto my ship and then just start trying to put them out as fast as I can. So I'm going to put this one into my prep module because I think that that's going to turn out pretty decent. Yep, yeah, that's going to be a good one. So I'll take that. So that's the end of my turn. The glitch phase happens, so these top 2 cards go away. Ooh, I really want to try and get some of those construction cards because this lets you put a cube instead of onto this building, onto any building of your choice. Well, anyway, it is now the computer player's turn, and they're going to take one of their colonists, put it right here into the lower victory point spot. And you might notice there's a 1-star spot and a 2-star spot. You can upgrade by taking the green action. So anyway, they're going to put it here into the blue building, and then they activate the blue building power, which is to discard 2 more cards off the top, which is pretty painful, which is definitely too bad. And so now at the end of the computer player's turn, they're going to add that card back into their prep module, which means I could draw this card, right? Remember how I said I kind of want to take that action if I can? Ooh. Whew. So we'll have to see. What am I going to do now? I don't feel like playing either of these cards from my hand. Whoa, dear. Whoops. That's fine, that's where I was. So I definitely haven't moved up my energy yet. So these are the ones in my prep module. If the green building doesn't have any of my settlers, then I can take 2 from Earth. Or I could play this one, take 1 from Earth if I've got this in my hand. I want to put a settler out here. Oh, but you know what? Nah, this is fine. I'm going to take the green action first, I think. So I'm going to put this card right out here, not to confuse it with a computer player prep module. I'll just kind of do that. So the number is not greater. I do not get to put one of my colonists out there, but I take the bottom action. If the green building doesn't have any of my colonists, take 2 colonists from Earth. So now, sweet. I've got all my colonists space-bound, ready to go, galaxy truckin'. And the last thing I get to do is I can move, this is that upgrade action I told you about, move any settler from the 1 to 2-star or from the 2 to 1-star in any building of my choice. I'm going to do this for myself. If the computer player had one of these, I could bump him down or move up myself. I'm going to move up myself. And so now I know I've got this one here, which is going to let me put a settler into this building. A blue card might have a decent chance of letting me do that, but I'm going to take this construction card instead. So I take this one. Okay, so I'm probably gonna put this one into my prep module, use an energy, which I've got 1 energy. So use 1 energy to look at 2 cards from another player's prep module. Oh, that could be really useful. So I'm going to put this into my prep module, make sure that's ready to use, because I don't really want to use this top part. Take a card of your choice from the discard pile to your hand. That could actually be really nice. Now, I need to put out settlers. I think that's my most important mission right now. So that's going to help me the most. So I did that. The glitch phase happens. Burning through these cards too fast. Look how thin that deck is already getting. Alright, so the computer player's turn. They're going to do put 1 cube into blue, which is a little scary for me, but that's fine. Not too much diversity, but I can't let them build up too much in the same thing. Now they're going to take the blue action, which is to discard 2 more cards. Ugh, that's a little painful. And now they're going to draw this science card. What is the science ability? If you activate their science building, move a colonist from Earth to the spaceship. I'm probably going to let them do that here coming up pretty soon. So anyways, it's back to my turn. I still don't really want to play these cards from hand, so I could either do this action. I don't really care about it, right? Take a colonist from Earth if you have this in my hand, right? I'm out of colonists, so I would only play this card to be able to put the colonists onto that space, whereas this one's going to let me use... that's going to let me put a cube anywhere and peek at these, which I think I definitely want to do that. So, oh, but I could save that for later when, because I think right now I'm for sure going to grab this water one. So, strategic-wise, I'm going to play this one right now. So first thing I do is compare size, right? This number is bigger, so I'm going to put one of my colonists right there into the energy building, which is good. I'm going to take the bottom action. I don't have any colonists or settlers or whatever to put there, so I'm going to keep that there. And the last thing I get to do is I get to gain an energy because it's the energy building that I activated. Like I said, I'm definitely going to take this one. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's a level 7. Take a cube from Earth. Whatever. Okay, that's not very useful. Oh, but this one is draw 2 cards. I could always choose to play this from my hand, or I could put it into my prep module so I can build a colonist into blue. I might do that because there's a reward if you can get 4 of your cubes in the same building, and or if you can get 1 cube on each building. So, wait, is that possible? Because there's only 7. So, one of my few complaints about the solo mode is you have to print out like the solo rule sheet, which you won't have to in the Gray Fox edition, but then you have to have the regular rule book just for the regular scoring, just for the regular scoring requirements. And so, yeah, so it's 2 victory points for each colonist in the building space in the regular one, 4 victory points in the better spot, 2 victory points for having at least 1 colonist on each of the 4 buildings, and 3 victory points for having at least 4 colonists in 1 building. I think I'm going to take a gamble and actually try and go for 4 in the same one, which would mean that I won't be able to do... Oh, no, there's 3 remaining. Okay, let's see if I can do it. Oh, boy. I don't think I want to draw cards because this deck is running out. So instead... Yes. Instead, what I'm going to do is... I really want another 2 in this building if possible. Yeah, I'm gonna put this one over here without deliberating too long. I've had these same 2 cards in hand like the whole time, which is fine. That's fine. So I'm gonna go to the glitch phase, and these 2 are discarded. This deck is getting dangerously thin, dangerously small. Computer player is activating, so sending one of its people over to purple, and then for this action, it's going to put one of its 2 colonists onto the spaceship. Either this is going to end the game, or this is going to end the game. I'm going to have to pull off some really good magic here. Uh-oh. It got another blue. Oh, that means I might want to play this blue before I play this one, because I know this is a 7, and this one's probably 3 or higher. All right. So I'm going to, on my turn, play this card from the prep module. This one says I get to take a look at the 2 cards here. Of course. Okay, that's good. That's good. This one's not so good. Oh dear, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. That's unfortunate. All right, let's see if I can get enough points anyway. Bum. So yeah, I'm going to want to take the blue one, I think, which is going to make the game end so much sooner. What is the purple's ability? Oh, yeah. I don't think things are going to go my way, but we'll see here. So I did that. So because this is a 0, I don't get to add a cube to here. That's what this no cube symbol means. So I spent the energy to do that. But now this ability says move a settler from my ship to a building of my choice. I don't think I'm going to have enough time based on all of this to do 4 into a single space. So instead I'm going to go and put this settler here into green so that I can try and get at least one in every one of the buildings. We'll see if that'll be enough to win me the game here. And then I'm going to take a... I want to take that blue card, but I think that'll pretty much guarantee the game is going to end because he has to go slower if the computer player has to put this onto his space as an action instead of putting it out somewhere. As much as it pains me, I'm gonna take this one. I don't even know what to do with it, to tell you the truth. Now I can't double down on that, which is fine. You know what? I'm fine. Not a problem. Not a problem. So I'm going to put this one... yeah. Ooh. This is a gamble. Sure, why not? I'll do this. I'll put that level 3 face down like that. And then, yeah, so I'll draw... So now the glitch phase happens. 2 cards gone. Ooh. And this computer player is going to put this cube out here into blue. I need to make sure he does not put another cube into blue. And then he activates the blue ability, which is to discard 2 more cards. Yowza, that's frightening. Okay, let's see how I do. So now it's back to my turn. And... oh, and he draws this. Ooh, that's not good. It's going to end the game so soon. It's okay. It is okay. Discard the purple card from my hand. Yeah. So, okay, let me make sure. If I do this correctly, if I put this here, then what happens is, what I'll get to / have to do is I'm going to discard this purple card, which is fine. I didn't really like it anyway. And I can't take any colonists from Earth because I'm out of them. But the point of this is that I have to draw 2 cards because I'm down by 4. So I should draw these 2 ocean cards. So now, just to clarify here, right? It states that, so glitch phase, these 2 go away. Honestly, that might not have been a great idea. But if there are 0 to 2 project cards in the D8 prep module, take enough cards. So anyway, because I'm going to draw both of these, he's not going to have any cards here, but the one thing he is going to do is put his colonist onto his spaceship. He cannot put colonists out at all, so that's fine. What did I draw? Some decent stuff, right? Okay, so anyway, the computer player puts 2 there. Okay, this is guaranteed going to be the last round of the game anyway. So... yeah, this is going to be it. Good enough. Good enough for government work. Let's see. Okay, so on my turn, I'm just going to play this 7 because it's the highest number. And then you'll see that I compare this. So I do indeed, woohoo, get to put, I get to put this here. Oh, this might actually, oh, this might change things. Oh, this might change things. So, my apologies. I'm going to play the 6, and if everything goes according to my plan, you'll see why. So I'm going to play the 6 here, rather, right? And I get to put the colonist out still, comparing these numbers. 6 is greater than 2. Now I get to take this action, look at the 2 cards in any player's prep module. Sure, why not, right? Whatever. Doesn't actually affect my plan. Now what I'm going to do is, what was it? Oh yeah, so now I get to put a card from my hand or prep module onto the bottom of the deck. And yeah, I'm just going to put this one here on the bottom of the deck. Which, this is going to be great, right? So now I have to draw, oh no! Oh no, I now have to draw an extra card. I was hoping to only draw one card, which would mean that that would have extended the game. That does not extend the game at all because the glitch happens. 2 cards get glitched. Computer player does nothing. He can't put his cube out anywhere. But now the end game is triggered because the computer player cannot refill his prep module back up to 2 cards. Oh no, curses. All right, whatever. This 7 wouldn't have been better anyway. So my hope was to delay it 1 turn and then to be able to play this 7 on top of the 6, but that didn't happen. All right, so let's go to end of game scoring and we'll just kind of see what happens here. So the computer player is going to score a little bit differently, so let's go through the human player scoring. So I'm going to get 1 victory point for every colonist on my spaceship, so unfortunately that's 2 points there. I'm also going to get 2 victory points for every one of these, so 2, 4, 6, 8. So I'm at a total of 10 so far. 4 victory points for every one of these here in the double star space. So I go from 10 to 14 victory points. 2 victory points for having having at least 1 colonist on each of the 4 buildings. So therefore, I'm going to go from 14 an extra 2 points. So that's 16 points. I do not get 3 victory points for having 4 colonists in a single building. That would have been great, but no. So I'm at 16 points, and the player with the highest energy gets a victory point. Definitely not me. So let's go through the computer player's scoring. So here we've got, these are endgame conditions. Now, he's going to get 1 point. So plus 2, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's frightening. All right, so 13 points is what he's at. He would earn 4 victory points for having 4 in a building. Does not get that. He would get 5 victory points, or sorry, 4 if he was on all of them. Doesn't get that. I blocked that. He would get 5 victory points for having 4 in a single building. Blocked that. Gains 2 victory points instead of 1 for having the highest energy level, which totally does. Therefore, 15 points for the computer player compared to my 16 points for the human player, just squeaking out a victory, barely pulling it off. I save our Mission to Mars program, and we are not going to hire androids to do it because the androids are poopy and lame and stuff. So anyway, that is, that's everything. So if your score is more, if you have more points than the computer player, congratulations, I won. So I played the basic difficulty. You can also choose to, instead of having the computer player start with 5 colonists on ship and 2 on Earth, you can always start with 6 and 1 or 7 and 0. So anyway, so that is a 1-point squeaker victory for the regular mode. And so that's how you're going to be able to play Pocket Mars solo. Thanks so much for watching. If you want more reviews and more playthroughs and stuff, then follow us at Meeple Overboard. Our podcast is at shoutengine.com/Meeple Overboard, and you can find our other videos on YouTube, including playthroughs, reviews, and just some other little things here and there. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much.